Hey Transient, this is Samantha and I'm just going to jump right on into that topic here. The ghettoization of the trans community. And you know what? For argument's sake, let's just add that to LGBT plus community, because honestly, the LGBT plus community is very isolated in their own little tiny group. And even though they do interact with the outside world, exactly what is happening to that community when we are isolating ourselves to support each other and fighting against the other seemingly polarized outside community? The question at its roots is essentially, do you feel that the trans community and the LGBT plus community is really rooting themselves inside their own as an isolated community or ghetto, as opposed to speaking to the outside world around us? Now, my opinion on this issue is actually fairly concrete. I feel that the ghettoization of a community is a bad thing, and that isolation inside of a melting pot country should not be the way that we handle our issues. Now, the reason why actually involves my major, which is communication studies. When you are communicating to a person, when you come from one particular culture, one particular society, it changes the way you talk. Going back to the roots of this entire subject, going back to sociology, you are looking at one society who is moving into another one, and they can go one of a few different ways. They can isolate themselves in a community or simply become that small ethnic area that doesn't really talk or do anything with the larger community. It could too meld in with that community, which allows them to produce a melting pot of ideas, crisscross those cultural boundaries, and then you get Chinese people who are messing with Mexican dishes in order to produce something completely different, which we would consider American. Or they can decide that they're going to completely take over that other community. For instance, let's say a colonial exchange between Indians and Americans are just like, psh, you guys aren't really there, let's just overrun your entire country. And I have given you examples as to all three of them happening. I have given you the idea of Chinese people who have intermingled with Americans to produce a great environment. I have talked about Mexicans who have produced their own ghettoized areas where you exclusively speak Spanish there, and that is completely the norm. And then we have talked about mowing down a completely different society. So we as trans people, we are these people who have a specific difference, and we are part of a community. We talk about communities all the time, and we isolate each other in order to support each other. I think of it like kind of like the core of a star, where you have this ball in the middle of this gaseous form, and it's producing nuclear fission. You're giving out energy to the outside, but the more pressure you exceed, the less pressure you have, and the closer knit you get. And this is a very delicate balance. And this balance is what gives us either a supernova or red giants. So do I think that we are ghettoizing, as it was phrased in the question? I feel that we as trans people and LGBT people are presenting ourselves in a world and saying, hey, we're here. We're not saying, hey, we're here, leave us alone. We're saying, hey, we're here, we want you to understand us. So I feel like we are giving off a little bit of energy from that core we're in. However, I also feel that due to our interconnected support, many youths who are moving into the LGBT community are suddenly only getting friends in the LGBT community. So what we're looking at is two different levels here of communication. We are outwardly giving our political views, giving our views as to what rights we need, and we are giving our views as to who we want others to see us as. But on a more connected and interpersonal level, we are not actually talking to those people because the subject is seen as a little bit sensitive. We're worried we'll be taken down, we're worried we'll be thrown under the bus, and because of that, many people are using that support inside the community to subjugate themselves from the outer society. Going back to my opinion on the subject, I feel that that is wrong. I feel that it is wrong for a person to simply say, you don't support me, so I can't talk to you. Because if that doesn't happen, our families never grow, people never understand, and the issue just keeps happening. Do I feel that we are actually doing it? No, I do not feel that we are actually doing it because we have pushed multiple different things into the public. Because of our community's advocacy and because of our outreach and our connections to multiple different people, we have managed to help other trans people come to terms with the fact that their family may not like the transition at first, and speak with them and talk to them. And over time, a trans person can make those interpersonal connections all of the time with other people who may not completely understand. This was a fantastic topic. It's something that I absolutely love and adore, and I wish I had forever to talk about it because this is actually kind of what I want to do for a living. But alas, I can't, so I may end up posting it on my personal channel, just a little bit of extra information on it, and I certainly hope you guys did like this topic for the week. We're very happy you sent it in, and if you want any of your questions answered, feel free to just send it to transyouthchannel@gmail.com, where we also take applications if you would like to be here, instructions in the description, and we also take worthy praise in the comments if you would like to. We always love a really great discussion and a really good conversation. Thanks guys. Bye.